Aging is one of the few certainties in life. It happens to everyone, yet so many people enter their later years unprepared, not for the financial aspects, but for the emotional, mental, and physical shifts that come with time. Aging can be a graceful, rewarding phase of life filled with wisdom, connection, and purpose. But for many, it becomes a period marked by regret, illness, and loneliness. The difference often comes down to the choices we make every day. This isn't about blaming people for getting older. It's about bringing awareness to the habits and beliefs that slowly erode our quality of life without us even noticing. Small mistakes repeated over time become big barriers to health and happiness. The good news, with the right mindset and changes, many of these mistakes can be reversed or avoided altogether. Let's explore 5 of the most common ones and how to fix them. Mistake 1. Becoming inactive, physically and mentally. When people retire, or when their children move out, or when energy levels begin to drop, it's natural to slow down. And a little slowing down is healthy. But complete stillness isn't. One of the most common mistakes in old age is becoming physically and mentally inactive. Many older adults spend the majority of their day sitting, watching television, reading, or simply resting. While rest has its place, the body and brain thrive on movement. The human body is built to move. When we stop using it, we start losing it. Muscles weaken, bones become brittle, joints stiffen, circulation slows, balance deteriorates. The immune system gets sluggish. But that's only the physical side. The brain also suffers from inactivity. Research shows that physical exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which supports memory, focus, and emotional stability. Inactivity doesn't just lead to physical decline, it also contributes to dementia, depression, and a sense of aimlessness. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Gentle, consistent movement, such as walking, stretching, dancing, tai chi, gardening, or swimming, can have enormous benefits. If it gets your heart rate up a little and keeps your joints moving, it's good for you. Similarly, mental activity matters. Lifelong learning, doing puzzles, reading challenging books, or even learning a new skill or language can keep your mind sharp well into your 80s or 90s. What matters most is routine. A daily walk, a weekly exercise class, a few brain games before bed. These are not luxuries. They're necessities. Aging well doesn't require extreme effort. It requires consistency. Movement is medicine, and your future self will thank you for every bit of effort you put in today. Mistake 2. Withdrawing from social life. It's one of the quietest threats to health in old age, loneliness. Many people become isolated as they age. Friends pass away. Families get busy. Workplaces are left behind. The phone stops ringing. Before long, a person can go entire days or even weeks without meaningful human connection. This isolation isn't just sad, it's dangerous. Social isolation is linked to higher risks of heart disease, stroke, depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. In fact, studies have shown that chronic loneliness can be just as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Humans are deeply social creatures. We don't just enjoy company, we need it for survival. The problem is that many older adults don't realize they're becoming isolated until it's already taken a toll. They convince themselves they're just enjoying peace or resting. But in reality, they may be retreating from the world out of habit or fear. Over time, this detachment becomes normal, and joy disappears. The good news is that it doesn't take a massive social circle to feel connected. A few close relationships, nurtured with care, can be life-changing. Regular calls with family, having coffee with a friend once a week, joining a local group or club, volunteering, attending community events. These small efforts build a safety net of connection. Technology can help. Even if mobility is limited, using video calls, messaging apps, or social platforms can help maintain relationships. But there's no substitute for face-to-face interaction. Humans communicate more than words. We need smiles, eye contact, hugs, and laughter. Make connection a priority. Nurture old friendships. Be open to making new ones. Offer your time to others. Reach out when you're feeling low. Don't wait for people to come to you. The joy of being seen, heard, and loved is worth every bit of effort. Mistake 3. Neglecting. Proper nutrition. Nutrition plays a critical role at every age, but in older adults, its impact becomes even more pronounced. As the body ages, it processes nutrients less efficiently. Appetite may decrease, digestion slows, taste buds dull. Sometimes it feels easier to just grab what's quick or comforting, packaged snacks, processed meals, or sugary treats. But over time, these choices can rob vitality. A poor diet increases the risk of inflammation, chronic illness, depression, fatigue, and cognitive decline. Malnutrition, especially in older adults, often goes unnoticed. A person may be eating enough calories but still be deficient in vital nutrients like protein, calcium, vitamin D, and B vitamins. This can lead to weakness, mood swings, memory problems, and increased risk of falls. There are also emotional aspects to food. For some, eating becomes a source of comfort in loneliness or grief. For others, cooking feels overwhelming, especially after the loss of a spouse or a decline in physical ability. Some people skip meals altogether, not out of choice, but because they simply forget or don't feel hungry. Improving nutrition doesn't mean following a strict diet or giving up all your favorite foods. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that support energy, mood, and long-term health. This might mean eating more fresh fruits and vegetables, switching from white bread to whole grain, drinking more water, or incorporating more plant-based meals. It also helps to eat mindfully, paying attention to when you're hungry or full, eating with others when possible, and enjoying meals as a positive, nourishing experience. Planning ahead can make a huge difference. Preparing simple meals in batches, having healthy snacks on hand, or using grocery delivery services can help keep your diet on track. If you're unsure where to begin, speaking with a dietitian or doctor can help you identify nutritional gaps and build a meal plan that works for you. Don't underestimate the power of food. The right diet doesn't just help you live longer. It helps you feel better right now. Mistake 4. Overlooking mental and emotional. Mental health issues don't disappear with age. Sometimes they intensify. Older adults face unique emotional challenges: loss of loved ones, declining physical ability, changes in identity after retirement, and existential questions about life's meaning. Many internalize their emotions thinking they have to be strong or that it's too late to change. But unspoken grief, fear, or sadness can quietly poison one's sense of joy. Depression in older adults is frequently underdiagnosed. Symptoms are often dismissed as part of getting old. A lack of interest in daily activities, fatigue, difficulty sleeping, or irritability may be attributed to aging rather than recognized as treatable mental health conditions. Anxiety, too, is common, especially fear about health, finances, or the future. Mental and emotional wellness is foundational to overall health. When your mind suffers, your body follows. Chronic stress and unresolved trauma affect the heart, immune system, digestion, and sleep. Yet when people feel emotionally supported and mentally balanced, they heal faster, make better decisions, and enjoy life more fully. There are many ways to nurture mental health in older age. Talking to a therapist or counselor, joining support groups, journaling, practicing meditation, or engaging in spiritual practices can all provide relief and clarity. Creative outlets like painting, music, writing, or crafts also help release emotion and foster purpose. Another powerful tool is gratitude. Daily reflection on what is still good, what still brings joy, what you still have to offer. This simple practice has been shown to significantly boost mood and outlook on life. Aging doesn't mean you have to live with sadness, regret, or fear. Your emotions are valid. Your story still matters. Seeking help is not a weakness. It's wisdom. Mistake 5. Living without a sense of purpose. Perhaps the most overlooked mistake is this: losing a sense of purpose. After decades of working, raising children, and fulfilling responsibilities, many people enter retirement with no clear direction. The structure is gone. The demands are fewer. The calendar is emptier. At first, this can feel like freedom. But over time, a lack of purpose can lead to restlessness, depression, and a deep sense of emptiness. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to involve career success or public recognition. It's about waking up with something to look forward to, something that matters to you. It might be tending a garden, writing your life story, teaching your grandchildren, creating art, volunteering, learning something new. Purpose fuels resilience. It gives you energy to face challenges and motivation to stay engaged with life. People who maintain a sense of purpose live longer, stay healthier, and recover more quickly from illness. They remain mentally sharp and emotionally balanced. If you feel like you've lost your purpose, start small. Reflect on what brings you joy, what you've always been curious about, or what others often turn to you for. Think about the legacy you want to leave. Ask yourself, what would make me proud, not just at the end of the day, but at the end of my life? Your purpose may change over time. That's okay. What matters is that it continues to pull you forward, to keep you growing, giving, and living fully. Old age is not a disease. It's not a burden. It's not a slow march to decline. It's a phase of life, rich with potential, meaning, and beauty, if we choose to honor it. By avoiding these 5 common mistakes, we open the door to vibrant health, emotional freedom, deep connection, and enduring joy. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Start where you are. Move a little more. Reach out to someone. Choose real food. Talk about how you feel. Find a reason to smile tomorrow. Each small step builds the life you deserve. Not just a longer life, but a better one. You are not too old. It is not too late. Your best days can still be ahead. Not by chance, but by choice.